I want you to go back to Walter Smith's house. There's a DVD inside Walter Smith's house that belongs to me.
I'm no longer in command.
You are going to reassume command until my people arrive to finish the job. You're not going to let anyone go into the house or anything come out. Are you with me so far?
I can't do that.
You are the famous Jeff Talley. 10 years SWAT, 7 years prime hostage negotiator. You'll figure it out.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the what? The podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 119, and today we are talking about Hostage. I am Sean Orrid, and joining me tonight is Andrew Knife to the Face Jemison.
Hello.
Again,
he's not biting. He's not going.
He's never going to do it. Oh, it's awful.
It's so awkward. I love it.
Corny combs his beard often. Logan.
There's an 80% chance that I will make a beard pun or two.
Good.
60%. Shit, he's dead.
But that de-escalated really quickly, right? Like 80%, 60, 40, 30, -5. Like who is the mathematician that's just updating that in his ear? Anyway, and Sam, wow, that escalated quickly. Vector.
Doggone it, that's exactly what I was going to say back.
Nice.
You got to be kidding me. Yeah, that did kind of escalate very, very quickly.
It sure did. All right, so let's pull up a
Yes.
comfy chair and dive into this show. What is this? This is 2005's Hostage with the Bruce Willis and the Ben Foster, who, Batman. Who? What?
Didn't he have some kids and write a song about some shoes?
Okay, that's Ben Folds. And are you making the Ben?
Foster the kids. Foster the kids.
Oh, Foster the kids. Okay.
And then my second Foster joke would be, actually, I don't have one yet.
Oh, his mom Jody. No, that's not his mom. What was the thing you were making, Sam? Were you trying to make a reference to the fact that it's Ben Affleck?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
was just speaking in tongues.
Oh,
I'm yeah.
That does happen.
Especially on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
I think I was trying to say Spider-Man, not Batman.
That's not even close at all either.
There's an Uncle Ben in Spider-Man.
Man, I was bending over to my mixer just now because one of my levels wasn't right, and
the inmate behind you.
No, I freaking pulled something in my neck. Now my neck hurts. Jeez.
Oh.
God, you're old.
I know.
That's hey.
Just out of
Lord.
I need to stretch or something. Anyway, so no, Ben.
All right, whatever muscles are holding Sean's neck hostage, and we look, we can work this out.
That's right.
No
one has to die tonight.
We can walk away from
Calmly,
this. Hey, I know you're in control, but let him go. We're gonna be fine.
This. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you negotiating on my behalf. Yeah, like I said, 2005's with the Bruce Willis and the Ben Foster. I was gonna say Ben Foster was actually our comic book movie connection.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Because he is
the Punisher.
No,
he's the kid.
The Punisher.
No, wasn't he in the Punisher?
He wasn't the Punisher.
Was he?
Which one are we talking about? The wacko guy was in the Punisher.
Yeah, he's the wacko guy.
Yeah.
He's in the Punisher?
Yeah, he's the.
Oh, yeah,
crazy
you're
guy
right.
with all the-
Yeah, you're right.
With the face stuff.
Yeah, with the face stuff. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't.
look at that.
I actually
See?
wasn't thinking of that. I was actually thinking of him in his role in X-Men 3: The Last Stand.
Oh, I try to forget that one.
Well, yeah, he plays Angel, so at least he has powers and things.
Deemed himself or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new Angel.
Though,
has
of course,
metal wings. It's much cooler.
what?
The new Angel has metal wings.
Who's the new Angel? Oh, is the new X-Men movie?
Apocalypse. Yeah.
Oh, neat. I haven't seen it yet, so cool. And of course, Bruce Willis would also be one because he did Sin City. And then I thought
in this opening, I was like, am I watching Sin City?
I did too. It's very weird, this intro. It has a very comic book intro kind of. It's very strange. It doesn't fit the movie at all.
Oh, not at all.
It really doesn't.
Although I do have to say, I really liked the when they panned out from the guy in the hostage situation.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a pretty clever move.
Yeah.
But the further out you got, the more you saw what was going on outside the house. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. And he and Bruce Willis are buddies because they've done like 3 movies together, which is kind of funny. He and Kevin Pollak. I don't know if there are any other. Kim Coates, is he in a thing? He seems like somebody who would be a bad guy in something that we've seen, but whatever. Anyway, so it's a pretty interesting little cast for a movie that doesn't really have a whole lot of people in it. But if you don't know what movie we're talking about, Hostage, Andrew will have something to say about it.
When a family is held hostage, former hostage negotiator Jeff Talley arrives at the scene. However, the tables turn on Talley when his own family is kidnapped, and Talley must decide which is more important, saving a family he doesn't even know or saving his own.
Is that really? Is that a read? Where is that from?
No, that's a read, yeah.
Yeah.
In essence, he had to tally up the odds.
Yeah. Yeah. Tally ho. Yeah, so that's what this movie is. It starts off as you just think it's just going to be kind of a simple little hostage movie where you got the bad guys and they've got some people that they want to trade for money or a helicopter or whatever, and then they throw it on its ear by making kind of a second plot thing happening where Bruce Willis's family gets captured, which, by the way, his daughter is his daughter. That's his actual daughter. That's Rumor Willis. I didn't know if anyone knew that, which was kind of interesting, but supposedly...
I knew that from
30 seconds. It was awesome.
Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rumor Willis was on Dancing with the Stars?
She looked nothing like she does in this movie.
Oh, yeah. She looks, very different. She actually looks kind of attractive now. In this movie, she was in that awkward stage.
Yeah.
She looks more like her mother than Bruce, which is probably a good thing.
Bruce.
Anyway. So I will do the... What?
My name's Bruce.
Hello. My name's Bruce.
Sorry.
Oh, that was nice fond memories, Andrew. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Has anyone seen this movie before this viewing?
No.
Okay, I got a mixing. What, Sam said no. Andrew, did you say yes?
I have not, no.
Okay, Corny?
No.
You haven't either.
No.
Okay. in all intents and purposes,
That's
you
gonna
have
be a
not.
Hell no. It's going to be hell no.
All right, I have. In fact, I own this on DVD. So this will be interesting. Yeah, I own this on DVD. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how we all stand. So, Andrew, your initial thoughts, sir?
Okay. Well, going into it, I thought this is a movie that's on Netflix that I haven't heard of. It's probably not going to be that great. But I really enjoyed the movie. I thought that this is kind of, I won't say classic action Bruce Willis, but it's getting there. It's close, which I enjoyed. It was kind of hard to watch in some places. It was just very graphic, but it was okay. I didn't mind that. It was just, there were some parts that were, I thought, man, they spent a lot of money on blood props in this movie.
There was a lot of blood, yeah. A lot of blood splurting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I enjoyed
it. A lot
it.
of squibs being used.
Yeah.
All right. Corny?
I'm going to say that initial viewing of this, I thought, well, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. But as I watched, I'm not going to lie, I actually started to really enjoy this, which made my afternoon very, very difficult. But anyway, I think it's a very good movie. I think it's definitely something that you listeners out there should definitely take in once. Without Chad being here, knife to the face just doesn't have the same ring.
Yeah, I know. We'll text him that later.
I was gonna say, but a knife to the face is not nearly as effective, as you think it would be.
Yeah. Maybe I'll screenshot that and send it to him just so he can enjoy that. Sam.
First time viewing. This was I don't want to say a strange movie, but I'm surprised I hadn't seen it before. It's kind of the type of movies I would seek out and watch. I thought it was well done. I thought the editing was very, very well done in terms of the way they added suspense. I know I pretty much jumped in my seat when creepy guy jumped out of the shadows with a gun.
Right.
Bruce Willis was taking was it the body or the...
Yeah, he was
whatever.
picking up Kevin Pollak.
Yeah, man, that made me jump. And I don't jump very often when I'm watching something at home.
Right.
But I'm sure we're going to get into some of the details of the movie. And as we both said before, boy, did this escalate quickly.
Yeah, it really does.
And at first I was like, man, that's kind of a stupid turn. I was like, oh, really? Are they going to really go there? But it kind of made it a little bit more fun because of how it kept escalating and escalating and escalating to the point where you've got, Hellraiser burning himself and FBI that really aren't FBI, or were they?
No, I don't think they were.
I couldn't make up my mind whether they were or not. Yeah, but I had a lot of fun with this movie. I don't know if I'd watch it again, but I thought it was fairly well done.
All right.
How about you, Sean?
Well, I own it, so that might kind of give you an idea of how much I like it. But I saw this in the theater when it came out in 2005. Yeah, I was living in Wilmington, and a couple of guys were like, "Hey, let's go watch this violent movie," and I was like, "Hell yeah, it's got Bruce Willis. Let's go." So this was during my phase where I consumed everything Bruce Willis movie related. That sounds weird.
Including those Bruce Willis Frosted Flakes.
Stop it.
Yeah.
They're great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brucey Flakes.
Ew. That sounds awful.
Wipes off his head and right into a bowl.
Yeah, this is getting weird.
Welcome to the breakfast, pal.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to find some way to relate it back to Die Hard. My brain was like, oh, now I know what a TV dinner feels like. No, so I've seen this several times. I've probably seen it 5 or 6 times when I bought it. This was just one of those movies that I really liked a lot, and then I probably haven't watched in 8 years.
Yeah.
So now watching it this time, I still enjoyed it, but I think Andrew said it was some kind of hard moments to watch. Man, no crap, dude. Like, I had forgotten how violent this movie was for a movie that doesn't, again, have a lot of characters. It's not like a war movie where there's a lot of people that have the opportunity to get hurt or killed. There are very few people that can be hurt or killed, but they go in kind of horrible ways. And you really feel bad for several people. I mean, I feel horrible.
Dude, that cop that goes up to the gate?
Yeah. She's a cop in a quiet community, right? I mean, the most that she probably has to deal with is like, shoplifters and fender benders, right? And all of a sudden, he gets a call of a grand theft auto, and then she gets shot in the shoulder and then in the back by, what did you call him, Hellraiser?
Hellraiser.
He reminded me of The Crow. I don't know why. But,
I was going to say that scene where he's walking through the hallway with
the fire.
With the Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
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 Oof.
Yeah, that scene is creepy and well done, and it kind of bothers me a little bit.
Yeah.
Just the pure evil that exists in people in obviously fantasy world. So
the real world.
the real world has it too.
Unfortunately, we found out this weekend.
Yeah. I didn't know if I wanted to mention anything about that in the show or not. But thoughts and prayers. I'll just say that. If you look at the timestamp on this episode, you can figure that out. So anyway, trying to transition away from that, but I like the movie. I do like the movie. So it'll be interesting to see though what things hold up and what things don't after 11 years of a movie like this. A lot of cop tropes, you know. A lot of tropes like that. Not necessarily that there's anything bad. I thought it was really weird though that Bruce Willis is just lying on the ground combing his beard. I thought that was weird, but whatever. The beard was his. The hair on top was not. Let's just say that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Bruce has been bald since about 98. So, but he can pull it
Actually,
off.
when I saw him hair, I was like, "Wait, is this a flash forward or?"
Yeah.
We all love our bald Bruce.
Well, yeah. I mean, like the last movie he had hair that was actually his was like Die Hard 3, and that's when it's it's like mostly gone at that point anyway. Anything after that, it's a wig. It ain't real.
Wait, did he have hair in Die Hard?
The first one, yeah, he had black
I
hair.
might have to go back and watch. Yeah, I don't remember that for some reason.
Yeah, he has his black hair. Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you call me?
Black hair. Oh, thank you.
All right.
20 minutes into the movie, and we've already made a racial thing. No, we're not really. No. So to Sam's point, yes, this movie escalates super fast. You got these three kids, right? You know, you got the quote unquote leader of the group. You've got
leader of the pack.
Yeah.
Vroom.
You've got okay.
What?
You've got the brother of the leader who is
What are you
just.
talking about?
It sounds like some kid show.
Again.
You know, don't you remember that old song?
No.
Hell no.
Oh, God, what was
I remember it,
Sorry.
and I was going to let it fly until you added the vroom vroom.
Oh, come on.
I was gonna say the old song or the song that you grew up with in your youth.
Oh.
So you got.
No, we didn't have music back then, remember?
Oh, well, yeah, you did. Music's been around hundreds and hundreds of years. Stop it. You're not that old.
Back when they hired peasants to play violins.
Court jesters and things like that. You have the brother who is like the innocent kid who's just kind of caught up in everything, who you feel real bad for because he dies in kind of a horrible and yet strange way. He got thrown off the balcony of the second floor. I kind of feel like most of us would survive that.
Well,
Yeah.
he kind of
You have a
ended face
window.
first, though.
Didn't Maroney get thrown off like a fifth-story building in Batman and the Dark Knight? And he's walking around with a cane, and this kid takes it from,
Yeah.
2 stories.
Yeah.
Some people are more fragile.
I guess.
I mean, look at Sean. He just hurt his neck.
I know. I hurt my neck adjusting the sound. I mean, that's fair. But it just seems strange. Like, I remember when the first few times I watched it, it didn't bother me. But this time I was like, you fell 12 feet. Like, shake it off. But.
No, he landed on his face.
Well, okay. Like, ouch.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
Well, you've got broken necks in $1 Million Baby from a chair.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could see how it could happen.
I could too. Whatever.
It didn't take me out of the movie. It just.
No, the crow scene took me way out of the movie. I'm going to be honest with you. I was like, what is happening? What was I going to say? So there's got that, right? And then you've got Crazy Dude. Crazy guy who kind of just enjoys the violence.
A little bit.
Did you
People
guys
just like to watch the world burn?
Pretty much. Did you guys see the movie? Speaking of Ben Foster,
I just watched Dark Knight yesterday. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Nice.
Did you guys see the movie
Some
Panic
movie
Room?
you want, it's the movie you need.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I love the Panic.
Yeah, with Jodie Foster.
Yeah, Jodie
And,
Foster.
Lazy Eye guy.
It was also got. Ooh, that's mean. It has Kristen Stewart in it also.
What, doesn't he have a lazy eye?
I don't
Yeah.
think. I mean, it. Yeah.
No, he does.
No, you're right. Forrest Whitaker's eyes are a little. Whatever,
I mean,
but he's.
he's very
Why do
proud
I
of
have to
his
be lazy? Why can't it just?
He's one of those
why can't
people
it be
that when you
behind?
talk to him, you don't know which eye to look at him in. You know,
He's still a great actor, regardless.
he is. He's fantastic.
If
But
you've ever
if you-
seen Last King of Scotland,
I need to see that.
he is a
If you
pretty
stand on his
amazing-
left,
Oh, damn.
he's great.
he kind of winks at you on that side. The other side, he's got the crazy on the other side.
It is kind of interesting. Some people in Hollywood who have these unique
Steve Buscemi.
physical attributes and are able to make it in Hollywood. Steve Buscemi is a great example. He is an ugly man. I mean, he is an ugly man. Like,
Yeah.
who looked at that face and said, "Oh yeah, let's put a camera, on that guy"? But
Tom Cruise, he's got that tooth that's right in the middle of his face.
you're like the third person I've heard in the last month that talked about his. He's still an attractive guy.
Not with that tooth. How can you every time I see him now, I have to see the tooth.
Well, whatever.
Like it lines up perfectly under his nose.
He's symmetrical.
Yeah. Is it an extra tooth or did it just shift over?
I think. And he actually had braces, truth be told, to kind of correct all that. So, it was one of those top 10 Hollywood people that had braces you didn't know about kind of sites. I get bored
Yeah.
a lot. So, anyway, that was actually one of my work days. Where are we going with this? I don't know. Oh, Ben, my point is that with Force, that movie is the same thing, right? You have the three guys, right? You've got the leader, Forrest Whitaker. You've got the other guy. He's not innocent, but he doesn't really want to go to the extremes. And then you've got that other guy who always wears a mask, who just had like that's Fred or whatever his name is, Bob, or I can't remember his name, and he was the crazy one. He was the violent one. Do what?
He's the one that'll put you in the wood chipper.
What you paw?
What your paw? What your paw?
Yeah. You shot me in the face. Different actor. But anyway, speaking of Steve Buscemi,
Comes full circle.
comes full circle. In fact, Fargo was in this movie as a movie that he had on his shelf.
Yeah.
That was one of my notes. Was like, wow, we've either reviewed or going to review half of his movie selection.
What a selection.
I
was
know,
impressed.
right? Yeah. Here's a random little story for you. Corny went with me to back. I don't remember when this was. Back in like 06 or 7.
I didn't do shit.
08. Yeah, it was back about 08. My wife and I bought a Wii.
Got no proof. Didn't do
Yeah, I do actually. And we all took a picture. No, we didn't. But
You bought weed?
a Nintendo Wii.
Oh yeah.
We bought a Nintendo Wii, and this guy off of Craigslist, and this guy was like, "Just come to my house," which I thought was weird. So I brought my 6'2" black friend to come with me, because
Everybody should have one.
everyone needs to have one.
Amazing.
So Corny came with us, and I don't know if you remember Corny, but like that guy's with Kevin Pollett's office, like he had all those DVDs. This guy basically was
Oh yeah, I remember this now.
his basement was completely covered wall to like floor to ceiling in movies. He easily, and I asked him, I'm like, my gosh, how many movies do you have? And he said probably about 3,000.
Yes.
And I said,
Wow.
have you watched them all? And he said, oh God, no. He said, I've probably only watched a couple of hundred of them. And then Corey and I both kind of have the look of, then why? And he says, basically, it's just every time he goes to a store, like a Blockbuster, back when Blockbuster was a thing, and you can get 4 for $20, he would just buy 4 movies. So it was like a hoarder kind of a thing. He had to buy these movies. So he probably had 3,000 DVDs. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know how we got
set
there.
his
but-
house on fire. I mean, the guy had it coming.
Yeah, we set it on fire. Burn it. Anyway, holy crap. So did you guys notice the bald guy next to Bruce in the opening scene, the kind of commander guy?
Yeah.
He's in every military movie ever. I captured some of him talking because I love his voice. He's in Black Ops 2 as the FBI commander. You know what I'm talking about, Corny?
Yes, I do.
When you're playing in hardcore, if you kill too many of your own teammate, he says, "Get that dickweed out of my sight." That guy. That's what he says.
I take you've killed your own teammates a little too many times. Huh?
All right,
No, because if someone else on my teammate kills people on our team, he'll say that. I hear it. You hear it.
Oh,
I mean,
so
a lot of times these team kills are because some jackass decides to go in your line of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're camping.
Shot.
No, seriously, you'll be camping. Like you'll be established your location, and you're firing your automatic weapon, and then they'll just run in front of you. And it's like, well, there's nothing I can do about that. Occasionally, though, you'll get like, you haven't seen somebody in a while, and then a guy will come around a corner who's running towards you, which you would think would be a bad guy, and he comes around a corner and you just pop one off, and you're like, and you get on your microphone, you're like, "Sorry, teammate."
So I pulled a Sam the other day, and I was actually kind of proud about this. I just assumed Sam would do this. I don't even know if he has. To win the game, a teammate of mine was in front of me, and the enemy was in front of him. I was like, "Screw it, I'm gonna kill them both." So I headshot the teammate and then killed the other guy.
Nice.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, that's actually happened to me too. I was like sniping, and sniper bullets, if you have Full Metal Jacket, will go through multiple people. So you can get a quote-unquote efficiency award. And I killed the guy to win the game, but then my teammate behind him. So it's pretty funny. Anyway, the guy I'm talking about is this guy.
Jeff, I'm leaning toward an entry. We know the boy's in his room. If we move now, we got a 100% chance of saving him.
We're giving up on the mom?
She's 20% at best. Jeff, we gotta move on the boy. It's the only choice.
This one's getting away from him. Oh, shrink wrap. Don't talk like I'm not here.
Yeah, I like that part too.
Dude, that whole scenario was intense.
Yeah, it really was.
And
no, it was outside. I mean, it was hot.
Emotional.
It was coming in his beard. It was never inside a tent ever.
With the sun and oh my god, that was.
Yeah,
no one got the intense.
Yeah, I'm with you, Corny. Yeah, you're intense, TENTS. No, but to your point, Sam, you're right. It was an emotional scene, and that's what it's a trope, right? A traumatic thing.
Oh yeah. Changes
the hero. It happens in Cliffhanger. It happens in a dozen other movies I can't think of. You know, like, I mean, heck, even Die Hard, where Al Powell he's not a street cop anymore because he shot a kid, or
Jurassic Park, when the raptor eats the worker at the very beginning. They changed the lawyers want to get the part validated, so for the insurance companies.
Okay, I'm gonna say no on that, but to the point that I'm trying to make.
Valiant effort.
Yeah, I appreciate you trying.
I award you no points.
And we were now
God have
dumber.
mercy on your soul.
Oh.
It would only have worked as if.
See?
Maybe no. Hold on. I'm trying to help you, Sam. Don't make noises like it worked for you, because what you came up with doesn't work. The only way it would work is if Ian Malcolm, comes back a changed man who is a hardened man who just wants to go back and kill the dinosaurs because when he was there the first time, he killed somebody that he cared about. That's the only way that works. Like, he decides to go back to avenge Samuel L. Jackson because they were best friends. That's the only way that works.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, we've spent way too much time on Jurassic Park, as per usual. Until we actually do that episode.
Yes.
Then we'll spend a whole day just making fun of Sam
trying
to defend things. Well, by the end of the episode, Sam will have us all believe that not only was it a sci-fi movie, but it was a time travel movie, a historical piece, and
coming of age movie between teenagers.
Yeah.
Sports video.
Corny, what did you just send us?
Childbirthing class. And,
well, there was that. Corny, what did you send us into the group me? What am I looking at?
Oh,
Sorry.
Is this a meme of Trump?
Yes, it is. in light of Captain America's new affiliation.
Nice. Viva Mexico. I like it. Now I get it. Okay. Yeah, that really bothers a lot of people, and it bothers me. I don't like that at all. That they
Was that
made
when
I'm
kids
sorry,
died?
I will erase that meme.
no, not the meme. No, the fact that they made Captain America friggin' Hydra.
I think it's.
Oh, they're going to retcon the shit out of it.
They're gonna
There's no
have to.
business
It
there.
doesn't make
Yeah, but at the same time, they stepped over the boundary.
Yeah.
You know, it's like jumping the shark. They've gone.
They
They
their
nuked
purpose
the
was to
fridge.
increase sales, and they certainly did.
Well, yeah, I guess it just. But it's shock jock radio
Did they
is
need
what it
to?
is. I mean, you just.
Yeah.
It's shows like on FX saying shit because they can. You know, it doesn't add to the show. It just they said something different. We must go watch this thing. It doesn't. It's not quality. It's whatever. I don't read the comics, so it doesn't really affect me. It bothers me, but it doesn't affect me. But it just seems real dumb. Whatever.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
All right, I'm done with that soapbox.
So let's talk about this guy, this hostage situation.
Okay.
The famous Jeff Talley.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, is this what made him famous, or what's?
Well,
I don't quite understand why he is. I mean, it's Bruce Willis, and this is his movie, so it has to be him. But I didn't see any indication that he is a famous negotiator.
the intro I played was the only lines of dialogue that gave him backstory, right? We see the intro where he is changed, becomes a changed man. But then they say 10 years in SWAT, right? So that kind of gives you his gun proficiency and his ability to fight, right? And then 7 years as a negotiator, which that seems like a hard turn, right? You spent
SWAT negotiator?
Yeah, you spent 10 years shooting the guy. You know, you're the guy on the roof with the sniper trying to kill the guy, to now I'm the guy who's trying to save everybody.
Well, and I would think, I kind of agree with you there, Sean, because to be a good negotiator, don't you need like psychological backgrounds and counseling background or something? Kimberly just said waterboarding.
Waterboarding.
I was like, wait, who
jeez.
the hell was that?
I don't
thought
think
that was one of your sound effects. So.
Does she realize that she just made the show?
I think I don't know if she's realized she made the show or not. But, you know, it just seemed, I don't know, it was a weird character to put together. And he never really showed off his gun skills or his fighting skills.
Well, in the end, he goes all, Die Hard.
Bruce Willis-y.
Yeah, Bruce Willis with the shotgun. And but in fairness, Ben Foster took out more the bad guys than he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah?
You know what I'm saying? Like, the only really gunfighting thing he did actually is at the very end when he has his hand duct taped to Kevin's head, right?
Yeah.
And then he does he basically does the, gun strapped to the back of his back bit from Die Hard and shoots the bad guys. But other than that, yeah, you're right. It doesn't really...
Yeah.
I guess maybe you have to put that line in there to explain the end, because he headshots everyone.
What?
Dude, yeah, you talk about splats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
That blood splatter was actually, I liked it a lot, actually. I don't know if it's realistic because I've never shot a man.
Nor
I'm going to eventually.
Yeah, let's hope not.
But
Well, there's generally more of a pattern, and it's depending on where you hit the head.
record this.
Yeah, I'm getting uncomfortable now.
I mean, watch Dexter and.
Okay,
it's,
from Dexter and Breaking Bad and things. Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
But I had a thought.
Yeah.
On him being a
Arterial
sniper.
hemorrhaging. Yeah.
And blood splatter will tell you a whole lot about a person in their life and their eating patterns.
The taste.
Ew. Is that a cop trope too, where they taste the blood? This guy liked
That's
Taco
pure.
Bell and weed. Okay.
He's fathered 4 children.
Yeah.
And apparently watches Jimmy Fallon at night. This is amazing.
Yeah.
No, so the thought I had was, with him being doing the SWAT thing, I wonder, as a negotiator, if you have to take the guy out, he can convince the guy to get to a certain area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, so I could see that being a benefit. Hey, we're going to help you, but I need you to come into the living room about 5 paces from the left window. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Chris? Thanks.
I don't know. It seems strange, but whatever. That part didn't really bother me really until we started talking about it now. But yeah, for him to be famous, I mean, I guess maybe they just use the wording, "Oh, you're the famous blah 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 blah," to give credence to the character. Because, I mean, I
don't know. I think it would have worked better. Just it's what he did, and the only reason the kid knew to talk to him was because he saw him on TV,
right?
And just circumstance dictated the situation he was in.
Yeah, you could have changed the line too.
Kind of history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Jeff Talley. You're the chief of police. Figure it out.
Exactly.
There's other ways to say the line without having to use the word famous, because you're right. Famous. I mean, none of us know any police negotiators from our city of Charlotte. I assume they have some. I don't know.
Well, that one guy got me the helicopter one time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you mean the toy helicopter at the Lego store that you got? Yeah. No, that's fine.
Know a homicide. I do know personally a homicide investigator.
Isn't it Billy? Is that Billy's uncle?
Zapka?
No, Billy.
Oh no,
Billy
no.
Assists.
I mean, like,
don't we have a? Billy has a relative that's that.
Does he?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. I'd forgotten about that. I was actually talking
played
about
golf with him. But yeah, played golf with him. He's a cop. He's a detective.
Oh.
And we both, Corny and I both know Dave, our buddy Dave, who lives in Florida, who was a LAPD.
Yeah.
So, but it's because we know them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know them. It's not because.
Yeah, it's not like we follow the news and know exactly who the Charlotte, negotiator is.
Right. So, whatever.
Yeah.
It's movie world. They're all people are famous and things like that in strange circles. But that's whatever. It's fine. I want to go on a little fun ride with you for this. You guys, you especially Corny and Sam, Andrew. I think maybe you haven't been with us the whole 100 episodes plus, but as an audio guy and a sound guy that I am, I'm always very cognizant of when audio is weird and strange and things don't sound right, and that stuff really bothers me. So in the scene where Bruce is talking with his wife, and his daughter runs out, her audio, the wife's audio, gets real funny, and I don't know what happened while they were recording the day of the shoot, but something happened and they lost that audio and they had to record in a studio, and the studio did a real bad job. So there's her first line of dialogue is the natural what the boom mic picked up, and then the rest is in a studio. And now that I've isolated it, let's see if you can hear it. So here we go, playing along with bad audio.
Sorry for all the shouting.
That's normal. That's natural boom mic.
Well, she had to get me to hear her somehow, didn't she?
This is getting really, really hard, you know?
How different is that?
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe she just put a pop filter in front of her mouth when she's talking.
No, that's not how that works.
Sorry for all the shouting.
Well, she had to get me to hear her somehow, didn't she?
This is getting really, really hard, you know? I just wish you would talk to me.
How am I not talking to you? I'm talking to you right now.
It would be nice to know what you're thinking.
Thinking that I'm a half hour late for work.
Like, it's so...
That's really bad lines, though.
It is bad dialogue. But, and I actually kind of like Bruce Willis's lines to be told because they're kind of flippant, like, whatever. Our marriage is crumbling and I'm 30 minutes late to work even though I'm the police chief. But, yeah, please be pissed. But it's so bad because his audio sounds natural, right? It's the boom mic picking up his voice in the room. You can hear it reflecting off of the surfaces of the counter and the whatever, and you hear what we call world noise in the car driving by and stuff. But then when she talks, it's super quiet. Queer? That came out strange. Super quiet. Yeah. Super quiet. And so anyway, that stuff bothers the hell out of me. It always does. That stuff takes me out of a movie immediately because then I just go, oh, come on, movie, you have a big budget. Just anyway. But I understand. I worked on film sets. Stuff happens. Maybe something happened on her recording of her audio. I don't know, but
Sometimes booms go under horses.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's a thing too.
You know what really bothers me about movies that takes me out?
Is this actually real, or are you going to make fun of me?
The movie part.
No. When I know that houses aren't built that way, and that there's not secret passageways that could fit small adults.
Yeah.
Between walls and.
But don't you wish it were real?
Yeah, you have to pay a lot of money for something like that, and then not to have it finished space is just dumb.
Well, yeah, because it's a waste of space. Like
it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
You're eliminating floor space and real estate that could be used. But how freaking cool would it be to have a house like that?
Well, like palaces in Europe there are some like I'm trying to think of one that I've been to.
Neuschwanstein has a few.
Well, yeah, Neuschwanstein, and then there's the place in Potsdam where they signed the
Versailles.
Yeah, no, not Versailles.
Oh.
That's not Potsdam. That's France.
Sorry.
Well, anyway,
it's like the only castle or large building I know of. Dumb American.
I'm sure it is in Versailles as well, but there are passageways where the servants and the help would walk through. But in normal architecture, no, you're not right. I mean, you're right. It doesn't exist.
Was it Babelsberg?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right, Sam. You're 100% right. But that doesn't mean that when I'm watching that, I'm going, yeah, if I was him as a kid, I would have been doing that.
There's a reason why I made a quote unquote secret room at my previous residence.
Right.
With the moving shelf or the moving bookshelf. Because it is cool, but in all practicality, those things don't exist.
Right. Yeah. You're right. But it adds to the movie, and I thought it was cool, and it showed how clever the kid is. He's the most interesting character in the movie. The kid, I think, he actually acted okay for a kid actor.
And he could have saved everybody by pulling the trigger when he had the gun on the crazy guy.
Yeah.
Think of all the lives he would have saved.
Let's also think about how awful that would have been for poor kid.
Yeah.
He's in. Oh, that's where I know him from. Oh, he is young Kirk in the new Star Trek movie.
Cameron?
No, Star Trek. Captain Kirk. Kirk Cameron, you dumbass. He's the new Kirk. He's the kid that steals the
Dumas.
Yes, Dumas. He steals the Corvette. And
nice.
Corny, you gotta stop it.
I love that.
He's the one that steals the Corvette and then throws it off of the whatever, and then he's like, "Is there a problem, officer?" "Citizen, what is your name?" "James Tiberius Kirk." Anyway, that's him. That's great. Good for him. No, that means that we have he's our Star Trek connection.
Yeah.
Dude, what'd you say, Sam?
Nothing.
Okay.
Same universe?
What?
Same universe?
What universe?
This is Hostage movie and the Star Trek.
I mean, technically, yeah. You would just years and years and years and years in the future.
And he's only aged 5 years.
He ages really well, doesn't he? He was in Kingdom Hearts 2. In Kingdom Hearts 1. Anyway.
Isn't that a video game?
Yes, it is. But I love that video game a lot. Anyway, cool. There's our Star Trek connection. That makes me happy. So, when I watched the movie the first time, I remember looking at the daughter, thinking, she's too young to be. Like I was always, I was always like, is she too young for this? And I was trying to do the math. She's born in '87.
Makes her
what? So
when's the movie come out?
05.
So she would have been 17.
She would have been 17.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
2005.
Yeah, 17. Yeah. So, it always kind of made me uncomfortable a little bit watching this because it was like, and for some reason she looks younger than 17. Even though when she's dressed the way she's dressed, she kind of looks like she could be like 15. And I always was kind of uncomfortable looking at her. And that I'm not just saying that as now a parent of a daughter, but even in 2005 when I was a idiot 23-year-old, I was like, she seems uncomfortable. You look at her now and she's great looking because she's older, and I can say that now, without it being awkward and weird. But anyway, but she was typical teenager, I got to rebel and I want to wear this and whatever. And then all of a sudden, creepy Ben Foster likes your shirt. Oh, I better cover up now because like that's what your dad's trying to protect you from. Maybe you should listen to your parents. So that's a PSA for any of you kids out there who are under the age of 20. Listen to your folks. They actually know what they're talking about. They actually do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. You might not. I'm just teasing.
Every movie displays the fact that kids are way smarter than their parents.
That's actually true. If there's a movie that features children as the heroes, then the adults are stupid. The exception, Harry Potter. That's the exception.
Even then, there are a few stupid adults.
You're right, but for the most part, the majority of the adults are good-natured and intelligent people who listen to. It's not like, oh, you're just a child, you don't know what you're talking about. That happens all the time in movies. Dad, there's a horrible thing over there. Oh, you're just a kid, I'm not going to ignore you. Oh, look, you're right, I'm sorry. Like How to Train Your Dragon and Home Alone and Star Wars, I don't know.
And Last Weekend with My Son. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. That happens all the time. I mean, basically like every Disney movie ever, right? Because usually the main character is a 16, 17-year-old girl who has daddy issues. I keep giving Sarah grief because she's like, I can't wait for Daphne to grow up and we can watch The Little Mermaid. And I said, yes, so she'll learn the lesson of, in order to get a man, you must change everything about yourself. And she's like, that's not what the movie's about. And I said, that's exactly what it is.
The hell it ain't.
That's what the movie says.
I just played in the musical actually like a month ago of The Little Mermaid, and that's pretty much the topic of it.
Yeah, it's what it's about. I mean, it's kind of like that, Oh, well, then we can, she can grow up and be like Frozen. Oh, yeah, where you run away from your problems and let all your people die.
And then gain ice powers and take over the world.
Right.
Horrible parenting.
Yeah.
Horrible.
So what you're saying is, stop saying so. Every time you say so, it's the wrong thing. Conceal, don't feel? No. Yeah.
I've heard it both ways.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to this movie.
I do have a question.
Yes, please.
And maybe since you've seen it so many times, I'm confused as the two DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
The kid, I mean, obviously both are the Heaven. Is it Heaven Can?
Heaven Can Wait.
Heaven Can Wait, right? So is it one of these DVDs is the data?
Yeah.
Okay, but how does he know which one? And eventually, when FBI guy picks it up before getting gangbanged from both sides.
Ooh. I think he got.
Are you sure you watched the right film?
No, he got lit on fire.
Yeah, from behind, and then Brucey shot him.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Bruce did shoot the hell out of him.
From the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just had to R-rate this one. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I might have to put the.
I need an adult.
The rating thing.
But he only picked up one DVD. So was the one that Brucey still had? Was that?
No, he threw both copies down because Bruce didn't know which one he needed. He just knew he needed Heaven Can Wait.
When you have a chance, the FBI guy picked up only one of them.
So he picked up one, and it was the right one.
Are you sure?
Yes, because he opened. Yes, he opened it, and it's clearly a burned disc. He opened it and looked. It's obviously
the house was on fire.
Well, yeah, but it's a burned disc, and he closes it and he puts it in his.
Because of the fire. Right. I get it, nice, Sean.
Oh, no, I didn't mean burn disc like that. No. It would later be a burned disc. Yeah, it would later be burned. Because the other one would have been.
That was my one point. That kind of took me out, other than the Hellraiser thing right after that.
Right.
But just, I was like, did he pick up the right one? Why did he not choose both of them? And then how was Bruce running around with both in his back pocket? So, it was weird.
Yeah, I guess. My
other question.
Okay.
was the guy from The Usual Suspects, Kevin?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Was he in on the last bit?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so he was pal with Brucey because they talked about family, I guess.
I think the only thing that I could see that would make sense would be, and by the way, I'm going to interject my story with a story of my own, which that this movie does a thing that I hate, and I've complained about on this show a bunch of times when the camera shows a character doing something out of their normal character to get us to think that they're going to do something else. You know, like in real life, we don't do that. You know, in real life, we don't pull up next to the bank and then look at it and make the evil eyes and then just go in and cash a check. You don't do that. You just go in and cash your check. So
Depends on
don't tell me how to live.
You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Shut your faces. But in this movie, Kevin Pollak is talking to him, and he looks down and sees the gun, and he's got that look, and you're going to think he's going to double cross him because as soon as he cuts him loose, he's like, he's seen my face. You got to shoot this guy. And then he pulls the gun out and shoots the bad guy. So it bothers me. So back to the point, Sam, that you made, or the question that you had, is he in on it? The only thing that makes sense to me is that Bruce is saying to him, hey, these guys are going to kill us, right? Because no matter what happens, right?
Once they get the data back that they need, he's no longer valuable.
Right. They're gonna kill my family, right? Yeah. And they're probably gonna kill you because you allowed yourself to be put into this compromising situation, and now people know who you are, whether or not, and there might be an investigation and things like that. So the only way we can get away from this is if we kill all of these guys. And so he gives him his gun with the rubber bands around the handle, and then he shoots the guy in the head, right? And he also probably has leverage. He's like, I saved your family. I saved your children, you know? So he might have that. He felt like he owed him. Now, here's my problem, Sam. This is, and according, of course, to Corny and Andrew, this is my biggest problem with the entire movie. And it's the end. So they kill the team, right? They kill the bad guys. And one of the bad guys, the guy who they call him the Watchman because all you see is his watch, who is the main guy. His name is Kim Coates. He is a great character actor. He was in Waterworld. He was the paper guy. Paper. Have you ever seen Paper? Have you ever seen that movie? He was in Pearl Harbor. He was just a guy who yelled a lot. He's a character actor, right? He's been in 150 different things, 133 different things, and he's always just this dude. Anyway, he's just a good character actor. My point is that once you kill that team, those men on the phone, the shadowy figures on the phone, they're gonna call looking for their team, right?
Yeah.
And then when they don't answer, they're gonna send another team to find them, and they're gonna go to this place, and there's gonna be a bunch of dead people. But Bruce Willis isn't there, or Kevin Pollak. So they're going to go, they are still alive, and they know things, especially the accountant. He knows things, right?
Yep.
So my question...
Hostage 2 comes.
That was my exact question I wrote down. Was that meant to set up a sequel? There's nothing
I wouldn't mind seeing that sequel, actually.
There's nothing in the trivia about it, and this movie didn't make enough money. So that's probably why it never happened. But... is it a good move on a movie, especially a first one in any kind of series, to expect the audience to want a sequel? I'm trying to think of any movie in my mind that automatically sets up a sequel if it's not a Hunger Games or, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe Back to the Future?
Oh, I don't know.
Possibly, but
well, I mean, all those were kind of filmed at the same time. Where I know the second and third were.
Right. Well, yeah. I think to Sam's point was like, and I think Back to the Future actually might have been an intentional to do a trilogy the whole time.
But an unproven franchise.
But yeah, what movies do you think out there that made of the first one? I'm thinking of movies like Fast and the Furious. Did they expect to make $1 billion franchise out of that?
No.
Probably not.
Good Lord. And if you go back and watch the first two movies, especially that second movie.
The second one's terrible. It really is terrible. The first one's not very good either, but at least it had a cool muscle car in it. And Vin Diesel. But this movie didn't make a whole lot of money. In fact, it lost money.
But I think that was a bad move on their part, too, because I thought the same thing. I'm like, okay, well, he's out of the danger for now, but phew.
Well, and
the extent of this organization is not just in that room.
Well, yeah, right. That's the thing. Yeah, you haven't cut off the head. It's not like, I mean, this is Jason Bourne. All you've done is kill the guys that come after you. You haven't killed anything. And the funny thing is that I owned this movie and had seen it 7 times, and this was the first viewing. I thought, were they trying to set up a sequel?
Yeah.
I never thought about that until this time.
But we know for sure they had other people that would have come out.
Well, they were calling. There was people on the phone.
Yeah, you had like hooded black figure, not black figure, but like shadowy old white guy
in the shadows. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, "We got a problem," and then the other guy says, "What about the accountant? He knows his place in the food chain. We need to get the desk." And then he's like, "I'll take care of it." So like there are these League of Shadow people, right, floating around.
Maybe that was just their team, and maybe they don't have an expansive network.
I mean, maybe not, but I mean, if they have the resources to fake an FBI team, a FBI SWAT team, it seems like.
And this accountant was obviously making bank.
Oh, he had what, $4 million in cash in the house, plus that beautiful house with the ridiculous,
safe room.
Yeah, in the ridiculous security with
didn't mean anything.
Mazes in the.
Yeah, that was the worst security fence ever, in terms of.
I was talking about the cameras. Hey man, someone is in your house.
Well, the point that I made was what we learned is that you should always lock your door behind a locked door, and you laugh, but Sarah and I, my wife and I, we watched an episode of Criminal Minds that actually really affected us. Tim Curry, Sam, your favorite actor, Tim Curry.
Oh God, that's the kid in the van, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he have a van?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Well, he kidnaps. Not only does he kidnap this kid, but his car gets messed up, so he has to steal another car. So he has one of those devices that can scan your frequency to your garage door and open your garage door. So he opens a random house's garage door and then just walks into the house, because who locks a door behind a locked door? Then he grabs the keys, which everybody keeps their keys next to the garage door, and then he steals the vehicle, right? And ever since that episode...
my keys in my cold, dead hands.
Nice. Mine are on a hook next to the door. But ever since then, I always lock the garage.
To the left or to the right of the door when you walk in?
To the right.
To the right.
I don't know how does that matter. I mean, you walk in. If you don't see them, then that's your fault.
Okay.
Yeah. Not hiding them. But my point is that ever since that episode, we lock our garage door. When we are going to bed, I lock the deadbolt to the garage door, because ever since that episode, it has freaked me the hell out. We are also kind of in the paranoid that we have the house locked when we're home. I take the dog out. As soon as we come back in, I lock the deadbolt and the knob. That's just us, though.
You never lived in the country, though, did you?
In the country? Define country.
My parents' house.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Because you live in the country long enough, you get locked out and you're having to survive out in the wilderness for 5 days before anybody finds you.
Nice.
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
Exactly.
Well, that's when you take a brick to the window.
I lived in the hood. That was not an option.
Well, but to Sam's point, if you lock yourself out and your options are either wait 5 days for someone maybe to come by and rescue you, or put a brick through the window, I'm putting a brick through the window.
Listen. You break your mama's window, and you're getting you're getting a whooping.
That's fine, but at least you're not dead from exposure.
No, you're dead from the whooping.
No, my parents.
You don't understand the whooping you'd get for breaking a window.
Again, if your options are dying of exposure or getting a whooping from your parents. Now, I guess the whooping would only come with depending on why did you lock yourself out of the house. Well, I was going out with my friends and then I forgot the keys and I wasn't supposed to leave the house.
What's worse is when your mom's inside the house.
Then you knock on the door.
And she
What is
won't let
wrong
you
with
in.
you? Well, that's her.
Try to throw a brick through the window while she's in that house. Woo-wee.
Well, then
That's a whooping.
Now we're in a different area. That I can understand because if she's locked you out of the house, you deserve to be locked out of that house.
I'm going to point out a couple things. Sean, you came in with a reason as to why you broke a window. I'm not going to go into detail of my childhood, but I once got a whooping because someone else in the house broke a lamp, and I wasn't even home. I was in middle school playing basketball. I can't drive. My school's 20 miles away. How the hell am I going to be one of the people who broke a lamp? But you know what? I'm getting one of you. I'm getting all of you. So no, there was no reason why you could have done anything in my house, including break a window. Go to the neighbor's house and wait till I get home. That would have been the answer. There's no.
My parents, go live in the woods.
Yeah. Again, in
5 days.
In this bizarre scenario that Sam has concocted, I don't even know how we got to this point. But again, see, this is a true story. When my parents were younger and newly married with a infant child, me, in their house in Mount Airy, they went outside for whatever reason and locked the house. Do you have the keys? No. Do you have the keys? No. And I'm in the house, in a locked house. And this was long before cell phones. And they had two options. We can either go to the neighbor and have them call and have a locksmith come out and blah, 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 or we put a brick through the window so we can get to our kid. And that's what they did. And then you pay to have the window fixed, whatever. But how did we get here?
I don't know. I was once locked out of my grandparents' house and climbed up to the second floor balcony to get in.
Were we talking about the security house on the
Yes, we were.
house security in the...
Thanks, Andrew.
You're welcome.
You're
I
talking...
was talking about how the SWAT team just swung through the metal gates on the windows.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a really serious security system here.
They blew them, right? Didn't they have like C4? They had that little blinky light thing. I guess that was
I think I remember seeing a guy going through them.
Yeah.
I have to go back and see it again, but yeah.
Oh, I thought
I know they did downstairs, but upstairs I think I saw rope.
They repelled in, but I thought there was a because the force that they came in, I'll put it to you this way: whether or not the movie made us believe that they kicked the metal in, but there was an explosive thing happening, right? Like the movie itself, the scene had them put compressed air and they blew in the plastic, which was supposed to be the metal grating, and then the glass, so that when the actor ropes in, they're not actually kicking anything. Yeah. But I always was led to believe that they had done those little detonators on everything, right? Because there was one window, the boys' window room, right? Mm-hmm. You see them rope down, and then they put a thing, and then they lean over, and then they boop, and then they climb in. So. But if you're saying he kicked one in, I missed it, then that sucks.
Yeah.
But to your point, somebody about them repelling that house, if that's real, and you have that big rock, like we could all be assholes and go up to the top of that rock and then just drop
on the house. Yeah,
or drop other rocks or cans of paint or. Whatever.
Small children, yeah.
Not do that, but maybe like bologna, and then it sticks to the glass, and then
some eggs.
Yeah, like we could really help up this house. So
especially this rich guy who's kind of he flaunts a little bit of his wealth.
That was how we got there. Was a locked door behind a locked door. That's how we got there.
There you go.
My point was that.
But anyway, you live in the country long enough, and you don't lock doors.
I've never lived in the country, and I guess he kind of was in the country, but I don't live in the country. I live in Lowell, but I mean I live in a city, and I live in a neighborhood that has like 7 police officers in it. I mean, there are probably more cops in my neighborhood now than there are on the police force in Lowell.
Nice.
Because a lot of them work for other, municipalities in the area. But it still doesn't mean that the doors aren't all locked and whatever. That's just the way we have always done.
I know.
things.
Every time I try to come in, it's always locked.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Corny, when you used to come here to record, you would text me, "Hey, I'm here," and I would go down and unlock the door, and then we would lock it back. I mean, in fact, the one day I almost shot Corny was he came into the house when it wasn't when it was unlocked, and he just walked into the house, and all of a sudden there's a person in my house, and I didn't know that. So I go and grab my 22 and
turned red.
And then Corny hears me chamber the round, and he goes, "Dude, it's me. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll put the gun away.
Actually, now that I think about it, that would be the third time a gun has been caught. No. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good Lord, dude.
5 times. Technically 6. Yeah, 6 times a gun has been used or chambered for my presence.
Now, are the other 5 times because of A, a joke, or B, or any of them as a joke?
What the hell kind of joke is that?
It's a horrible joke.
Well, I'm just asking. I don't know what kind of friends you have outside of us.
I guess
you do live in Shelby.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 of the times, I won't go into detail, but there was a buddy of mine that decided that he was going to sell the ganja, and I went with him to be his lookout. Okay, technically,
here's Lucky's charm.
His lookout. And so one of the times, he told me I didn't realize what was going on exactly, but I kind of knew when he said, "Hey, park the car, get in the driver's seat, and put it in the getaway position." I said, "Okay." So I did, because that's the thing you do. And then I don't know, maybe 7-8 minutes later, he comes right out of the house and go, and I roll the window down. He jumps in, all I do is hazard, and we take off down the road. And the guy comes up and just starts firing in the air. So I was like, "What the hell just happened?" It was over another dispute, not on his end. And then the second time was when I was hanging out with him. We hang out in not the greatest neighborhood.
Are you confessing to felonies on our podcast? Because maybe we should stop.
No, I did nothing. I mean, nothing. I'm thinking
this is recorded,
Yeah.
I saw everything. The second time was another deal going down, and we just happened to be in eyesight of it, and the guy lost his mind and just pulled out a gun and started shooting at us. We were very, very far away, and we had, let's see, that was number 2, number 3.
Okay, we don't need to go through all of them. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I believe you.
So the point is that, Corny, you that's scary.
I'm a gun magnet. That's what I am.
You're just like a magnet for random gunfire. Bad Boys 1.
Every day.
In complete fairness to me, though, a stranger walked into my house, and I didn't know that because, again, if you've been to my house, which most of our listeners haven't, the up
or
the
have they?
I hope not. The stairs, they go down, and then there's a landing, and then 90 degrees or 180 degrees, and then they go down the other way. So I have no line of sight.
Yeah.
All I heard was door opening and then footsteps. So there was no line of sight. It wasn't like, "Hey, that's Corny. This will be funny." No, I wouldn't do that. Not with a loaded gun. Anyway, let's get away from
22.
that.
I mean, what's the worst that could have happened?
At 22 could still hurt a lot and kill you. So
you shot me. That hurt.
Who throws?
Not like a lot, but it hurt.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not gonna go there. I got some more clips. Do we have any more complaints about the movie before I do some clips?
I have one.
Yes, please.
One final.
Yeah.
I knew that Dennis, the character Dennis, was going to die with the moment I saw him on screen.
Yeah.
Because John Tucker must die.
John Tucker must die.
Which one was Dennis?
He was the main kid.
Yeah.
I thought wasn't he in the Black Donnellys or the Black Irish thing? I liked that show. He was only on for like 5 episodes.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Tommy Donnelly. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
How the hell did you pull that out of here? Whatever. I don't care anymore. I don't believe
He was in
Love. I don't believe in Sam.
He's been in a bunch of
You'd be
stuff.
amazed at some of the things that stick in this brain.
No, I'm more impressed with the things that come out of your ass.
He's able to pull that out of his butt. That guy was on a short-lived series, but big name actors he gets wrong weekly, which is always interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because when you say something, I'm like, I can't tell if he's joking or being serious right now.
Sorry, let's go.
All right,
Keep
so
guessing.
So this thing happened, right? So when he hits the button that turns on the security system. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but ever since Empire Strikes Back, whenever machinery is turned on, there is a noise that is made. And it's kind of hard to hear because there's beeping happening because the system is being activated. But let's see if we can hear it, and then we'll talk about it. Do you hear it? If you can ignore the beep.
It's the Terminator walking.
What?
Yeah.
The beeping?
No, the sound.
Mechanical sound.
All right, I'm gonna play it one more time. It's that hey-ya, that thing. It's like they're singing hey-ya. Have you ever noticed that, or is that just a thing because I'm do audio? Has everybody ever noticed that before?
Never really noticed it. No.
Well,
It kind of makes me want to hear. Really makes me want to find this thing now, real quick, because I hear it all the time. Like anytime there's
that same clip.
No. Anytime there's it's like the Wilhelm scream of machinery.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I hear that in movies all the time.
Oh well, okay. Well then, why is nobody else? Okay.
It was certainly in the 1, 2, and 3, mainly of Star Wars, mainly the second one, when they're building the droids. I think there's there somewhere.
How would I find this thing? Empire Strikes Back. What would you call that? Carbonite? Carbon freeze? Let's see. It's this thing here, all right?
I wouldn't be in this ridiculous position. Now remember, Chewbacca, I have a responsibility for me, so don't do anything.
There, did you hear it there?
Yeah, it's like
the thing
it's
that
like
sounds
out of a
like
mechanic shop when they're ratcheting a car or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a responsibility for me, so don't do.
Yeah. Every movie ever. Well, not even that. It's the hey ya. It's what it sounds like to me. Sorry for the noise. It sounds like. Come on.
Now remember, Chewbacca, I have a responsibility for me, so don't do anything.
That not the shh part, but the part right before it.
Yeah.
Every machine movie ever.
Yep.
Has that noise, and so it's like it's the Wilhelm scream of machine noises for me. And so whenever I hear it, I'm like, there's a noise. I know that was a long way to get there, but I appreciate the journey. All right, some more clips I'm going to play real quick so we can wrap this puppy up. This was funny. I lost the volume. What happened? Oh, I gotta turn the volume back up. Oh man, I'm on my A game tonight. Here we go.
Rich people.
That was funny. I don't know if you can hear him what he said, but rich people. I forgot what this was. It just says something about DVDs.
Time, actually. I just changed rich to another term.
Oh yeah, it's usually white people.
No, tall. Come on, dude. What is this?
That's what I say. White people.
Okay.
What
do you mean?
This was like a really intense scene, but I actually kind of laughed out loud.
Go ahead. Kill my family. Kill me. Before you do, I'm gonna get in Smith's house. I'm gonna box up all that dead motherfuckers DVDs, and you and the feds can bid on them on eBay. How's that smart?
Technically, the feds won't put it up for us.
We still need each other, don't we?
Yeah. I guess we do.
Yeah, I know that, but that's still a good. It's kind of a good moment. I'll buy it on eBay. Thank you for the cultural reference of 2005. Oh, we'll sound new and trendy by saying eBay in 2005. This is the last clip I got. I forgot what it is, so whatever.
No, only the famous Jeff Talley could come up with a rig like that.
That's famous.
And I see you've taken a bullet. Walter, you're looking fairly banged up as well. How do I know you still have what I need?
That's the guy I was talking about. That guy talking about
Okay.
that other actor who's in a thousand other different things. So
He's very calm.
Yeah, he
No
is
matter
the
what's
whole
going
time. And that scene when they show Bruce his wife and daughter was very intense in the car, and the way he described, all right, I'm going to pull your seatbelt. I want you to put your hands through the thing. My buddy's going to grab a hold of you. Like, this is a thing he does every Saturday night. You know?
Yeah.
We've done
He knows
this.
exactly how to do it.
Yeah, we've done this so many times. This is how we do this so that you don't hurt us and you don't get hurt. There you go. That's all I have. Yes.
And now for some more bad news. Ready?
Oh, the only other thing I wrote was tropes is hero has a bad marriage. Because I mentioned the other trope already.
I think it's just Bruce Willis has a bad marriage.
That's actually true. That's actually pretty true. I honestly can't think of a movie. I mean, the only movie that he doesn't is a movie where it's a rom-com and he ends up with the girl at the end. One Sweet Day or One Fine Day, whatever it's called.
Fifth Element, he doesn't have a bad marriage.
He doesn't.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, he does because his wife runs off with the divorce lawyer.
I forgot about that.
He says, you should check your messages. Might be good news. The last message I got was from my wife saying she was leaving me with the lawyer or something like that. Ben Foster, the only trivia, there's not much trivia. Ben Foster, so the Crow, and Michelle Horn, the 17-year-old girl, dated during the filming of this movie. How
really?
Who?
So the girl, the young girl, the scantily clad girl, and Creepy McCreep guy, Mars were dating in real life during the filming of this movie. Now, the almost rape scene would have been really interesting conversation. All right, I'm going to spread your legs to make it creepy. I'm going to use a knife. So just know that this isn't how I actually feel.
Just make sure next time you watch The Punisher is to go back and imagine this character as the guy that's dancing around with.
I still feel bad for that guy. All he had to do was just say he's somewhere else. He left, and he doesn't get his face ripped open. He left. He was here. He killed your man, and now he's gone. That's all you gotta say. He large man. Where's Waldo? Yeah, no, Waldo. Dolph Lundgren meets
the
Waldo.
Russian.
Yeah, the Russian beat the hell out of him, and he left. He went to the hospital. Go there, whatever. Anyway, that movie has so many issues, and it's the best Punisher they've made. So, speaking of that corny, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was on TV on Comedy Central the other night, and so I started watching it, and I had forgotten that Thomas Jane was the vegan police. And it was hilarious. As soon as he bursts in, I'm like, oh, it's the Punisher. And Sarah's like, what? And I said, never mind. The immolation scene, that means the burning, scene with Mars was cut because of the rating. The scene was supposed to have a close-up shot of Mars's face melting off the bone.
Wow.
What?
But the director said that was too much. Yeah, you can kind of get away with it in Raiders of the Lost Ark, but good God, not in this.
You're talking about escalating quickly.
Jeez, it was bad enough that he lit himself on fire because he didn't want to hurt the love of his life.
But yet he was burning down the house that she was in.
Yeah. Well, it was like
something to look forward to later on.
It was kind of one of those if I can't have you, no one can have you. And in that last fleeting moment, he was still so in love with her that he couldn't see to hurt her.
I think that hit the point right on the nose right before it melted.
Right. The only other piece of trivia I wrote down was, what were you going to say, Sam?
For some reason, I never got until that final moment, I never really thought he was. Well, I mean, other than being creepy to her.
But I mean,
I never got anything.
When they're in the weight room and he's got her tied up and he's like blowing smoke in her mouth, which is one of the grossest things I've ever seen on TV. And I have seen a Tarantino film and Robert Rodriguez films and Hobo with a Shotgun. And
Kimberly and I do that all the time.
That's awful. And
that's nasty.
That's nasty. And it made me uncomfortable. And And then he says, "Do you know what the best day of your life is?" And she says, "No." He says, "This is the best day of my life," because he met her. So he was 100% in love with her immediately. So again, just one more little thing, which made his character really interesting and evil at the same time. So I mean, he wasn't a complete psychopath because he can't have those feelings. But anyway. In the script, Mars and Dennis first rob a grocery store and kill the owner before fleeing, and they choose the Smith house at random to hide there from the police. That was in the original script, but they changed it for some reason. It doesn't say why.
Well, I think it's a good switch.
Do we want to play the recasting game with this movie? Is this movie worth recasting and redoing?
No, I can't think of anybody other than Bruce Willis.
I mean, Bruce still looks good enough that you could remake this and still have him as the lead.
Yeah. I don't see anybody else.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Did we make Kevin Pollock's character? We give it to Christopher Walken.
Oh,
but
now we're making it
Kevin
weird.
Pollock, because Kevin Pollock does such a great Christopher Walken, we just keep Kevin Pollock.
I'm looking at the photos on IMDb. Serena Scott Thomas, which is Jane Talley, which I guess is his wife. Her profile, her IMDb photo, is just half her face, so it looks like M. Night Shyamalan took her picture.
I was perusing those pictures as well, and I kind of lost a little respect for Ben Foster. I didn't realize he dated Robin Wright.
Really?
From
Forrest Gump. Right?
No, from well, she might have been that. I can't remember. Yeah, I guess so.
Right, yeah, that's her.
Yeah, that's her. I was thinking from House of Cards, but she's like 20 years older than he is, something like that.
Nice.
Well, I mean, friggin' Nick Cannon married Mariah Carey.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, he did.
Apparently, older women have a higher sex drive.
That is also true. That's why I married someone older than me.
There you go. Good job. He dropped out of what?
Because his wife's gonna beat him in the face.
What? His favorite actors are Philip Seymour Hoffman and Gary Oldman.
Wait, what?
That's what he said. He's co-starred in 2 Marvel adaptations featuring Rebecca Romijn in The Punisher and X-Men. That's funny. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. All right. Soundtrack grade. I'm gonna be honest. Andre Desplat did this. I think I'm maybe pronouncing it wrong, but he's done some really great work, that guy. But not in this movie. I didn't really care for the soundtrack. To me, this basically was a 2-hour episode of Law and Order. I just didn't care. I did the soundtrack. I mean, I barely knew it was on. And when I did notice it was just chords. It was just suspense chords. And again, this guy's done... He's doing the new Star Wars movie, the Rogue One Star Wars.
Which apparently is being reshot, or 40% of it.
Yeah, that's really scary.
Yeah.
It makes me really nervous. But he did Zero Dark 30 and Argo.
Well, apparently it was the studio got a hold of it and said it was too dark. So,
Rogue One?
Yeah.
I guess you can't sell toys if it's too dark.
Yeah.
See Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
There you go. That's kind of it. That makes me sad. I hope the reshoots make it whatever. The trailer looks awesome. It's really interesting. Trailers matter. If you guys think back to like a month and a half ago when the trailer for Star Trek Beyond came out, it sucked. The trailer was awful. Everyone was like, great, you get Fast and the Furious director to come in, and all you got now is Kirk on a motorcycle and things blowing up. And so...
I'm in.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not what Star Trek is. And so then even...
Wait, what?
Even Hot Fuzz, Simon Pegg was like, hey, this isn't what the movie is. Like, this trailer doesn't represent it. So when they came out with a new trailer a few weeks ago, It was like, oh, we're actually getting into real issues and ideas and concepts with some explosions and chase scenes. Great.
I will tell you, I saw Fast and Furious 7 a couple days ago, and I was thinking of you guys and your Star Trek. Isn't that the same guy that directed that?
Yeah, Justin Lin did Fast and the Furious, Fast 5, 6. I don't know. He might have done 7. I don't know.
Yeah.
He did a bunch of them.
So
he was
there'll be
basically...
very, very quick cuts.
Yeah, he basically was the director behind the resurgence of that franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's producing Space Jam 2, for what it's worth. He's also doing the Jason Bourne, Jeremy Renner sequel, which is actually kind of cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, he did Fast 5, Fast 6, and Fast and Furious. Yeah, so he didn't do 7. Sam, he didn't do 7.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then never mind.
But it's still.
I did enjoy 7 though.
Okay.
I thought it was fun.
I haven't seen any of them since the second one. Seriously.
They get progressively better, which is weird.
I've been told that. I think we're ready for top 3 now. Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it.
Well, top 3 hostage movies. I mean, what else? What the hell else would we do? Andrew.
Okay. Honorable mention of Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks.
I haven't seen that, but I want.
Wonderful movie.
Yeah.
This is my boat. I am the captain now.
It's a good movie. I have 2 that are tied for third because they're both Denzel Washington, and I love both the movies, but they're very Denzel Washington-like movies, emotional, and even when I didn't have kids, it made me tear up watching them. But John Q and Man on Fire.
I've never seen John Q.
My
Man on Fire's
dog.
pretty
My
good.
dog.
Yeah, John Q is good. It addresses the health insurance issue in our country.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then Man on Fire is hard to watch. Physically,
yes, it is.
It's a hard movie to watch.
Yeah.
We saw a little bit of that today. It wasn't that bad.
Wait, what? Oh, Man on Fire. Yeah.
Man
okay.
on Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to get the joke.
You guys have to keep up.
Number 2, The Negotiator with Kevin Spacey and Samuel L. Jackson.
Love that movie.
Love it too. It's wonderful. And then
that movie is probably mine and Corny's most quoted movie back and forth between each other.
I used to watch it all the time with my dad.
I have it on VHS and DVD, and there have been literally times when, especially when Corny worked with me at Carowinds, I could just yell that to him, and he would know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, Corny, I was like, just needs to unmute a microphone. Just click on it, damn it! And he knew what he's talking. Anyway, yeah.
And number 1, Air Force One.
All right. Get off
my plane.
Yeah, I love it. All right, number 2. Not number 2. Corny.
Oh, you called me number 2 because I'm brown, huh? Okay, I see.
Oh, wow.
I'll see how this goes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's actually right, though. Okay, go ahead.
Gonna poop on your car
Number
tonight.
2 on the list, number 1 in our hearts. Oh.
And then your toilets. All right, so my number 3, I'm gonna go with Olympus Has Fallen.
Yay! I almost put that on, but
I need to watch London Has Fallen.
yes.
Yeah, I think instead of the other shite with
Yeah, no.
Jamie Foxx
We don't
and
need to see that.
Yeah.
Manning Tatum. That's right, I call him Manning. I'm gonna go with number 2, with Die Hard, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So my number 1, I want to be the Negotiator. However, in the process of making this list, I just thought about the first Rush Hour, and so I'm torn. But no, I'm gonna go with Negotiator, and I'll do honorable mention as Rush Hour, the first one.
All right.
It's more of a kidnapping than as a hostage, but still.
That works. Okay. Sam.
All right. At number 3, I've got Misery.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah, great.
Yeah. As she proceeds to break his ankles with a sledgehammer.
That scene is haunting.
Oh God! If you watch that scene, you cannot stop yourself from cringing.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you can't unsee it either.
Yeah. My number 2 is the 1991 Toy Soldiers.
Okay.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that movie sucked.
I love that movie.
I was about to say.
that is definitely CSR worthy.
Yeah. My number 1, there's a tie for number 1.
Okay.
Jurassic Park.
You're dumb. Okay.
No, the T-Rex holds him hostage in the car.
Stop it. Anyway.
And Grant has to negotiate the T-Rex away.
You're dumb. Stop it.
So, but how can you not put Die Hard number 1?
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can I throw in another honorable mention?
Okay.
Just so I can say this. Passenger 57. So you can definitely
always bet on black.
Always bet on black.
That's the biggest damn Cessna I've ever seen. Well, the only movie I have to add to this list that wasn't already said, because my number 3 is Air Force One, number 2 is Negotiator, and number 1 is Die Hard. So as you guys were doing your lists, I'm thinking, well, maybe I got to just come up with something else. But I did put initially with my honorable mention is Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. Pop quiz, hot shot. Anyway, I like that movie too. There you go. That's it. That's our top 3. That was fun as hell. We all like the same movies. Is basically what I gather from that. I will say,
Hard any day.
I will say this.
You had a really good list there.
The only other one that I've seen kind of recently would have been The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. But it's all right. It's not great, but it's all right. John Travolta curses a lot, and Denzel Washington is good, but whatever. But when we were creating this list, Corny, the first thing I did though was to see if the Negotiator was streaming, and it is not, because it did for a while, but it's not anymore. But I really want to do that for this show too, because Paul Giamatti is in it, and
yeah.
It's one of the first
if we
ever
have it.
Nice. What, Corny?
Let's see if it's on my Amazon account. I'm gonna check it on my Amazon account.
Well, you do that. And while you do that, I'm gonna start wrapping us up. No emails this week, but that's okay.
Oh wait, no, go check.
Go check, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Since
yeah, I think I figured something out, but there's one in there now.
Oh, because you clicked on it.
I did. I'm sorry. I was eager.
Wait, is this real?
What's that?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Sam. Like, I'm almost 100% sure it's Sam. I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, this sounds like something Sam would say, just to make me have Andrew read it in with an English accent. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna read it out. I'm not gonna read it because it's not a real email.
What? It's in our email account, right?
Yeah. So Sam, you definitely sent this. Okay, you confirmed that for me.
Yeah, I just look. sorry, Sam. I looked.
Corny, what does it say, Corny?
I saw the name of who it came from, and I was like, oh no. It's an identity both shared by Sam and I.
Nice.
Yes.
Multiple times in our life.
So no emails this week, but that's okay. You may send those.
Except that one that Sean refuses to read.
Which is not a real email.
It's a real email. I mean, it's there.
It's not anymore.
It's there.
So that would be cheapseatreviews@gmail.com.
We might want to mention that at the first part of the show. I don't know if people make it to the end.
That's probably true.
I tried to listen to us too, and I quit after 20 minutes.
I don't blame you. Yeah. Next week, it was supposed to be something, and then it was supposed to be something else, but they kept getting pulled, so things have been rearranged and pushed up, which sounds really uncomfortable, but so as a result, according to the list, the almighty list, which Corny and
I will not be here this week, by the way.
Yeah. So Sam, you're being spared this.
Being
Oh wait, before I do that at all, we need to do our out of 10. So Andrew, out of 10.
Oh wow. Sorry, I wasn't. You caught me off guard here.
I caught myself off guard until I read my script again.
Yeah. Let's see. IMDb gives it a 6.6. I'm gonna go right around there because it was good and I enjoyed it, but it's not something I want to watch again for a while.
So you're gonna say 6.6?
Sure. I'll just go 6.6 right there with it.
All right, Corny.
Melted faces.
I'll give it a 6.9. About the same as Andrew. I mean, it was fairly good and it was entertaining, but this is not something I think I want to, burn the midnight oil with or a body.
Burn the 2 kinks of gasoline with. Sam?
I think I'm kind of with those guys. It was a fairly good movie. I enjoyed watching it. I wouldn't watch it again. So probably a 6.82 bullets through the body out of 10.
You're just making the math harder for yourself. Yeah, I'm kind of actually with you there. Again, I own this, but I bought it when it was probably like a $5 thing at Walmart. So I'm gonna say I almost feel obligated to go higher because I own it, but I'm not. So I'm actually gonna say 6.5. I'm actually gonna be the lowest because it was all right. And that's okay. There we go. So now I can say what we're doing next week. So Sam's not going to be joining us for the next couple weeks. You're doing family vacation.
I'm going to be in apparently the worst place on earth.
Yeah, Florida.
Did you just see the gator pulled a kid into the water at Walt Disney World?
That's why I'm never going to Florida.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Was it the monster gator?
I don't know. Not that monster gator.
Is that real?
What?
Yeah.
That
monster gator?
Is that real?
Yeah.
Just hanging out on the golf course?
Yeah. I can't tell.
Dude, they pulled an 18-foot alligator out of the lake where I would swim in Florida.
Florida and Australia are like the 2 places on the planet that are just constantly trying to kill you.
Yeah. We would jump off the end of the dock at the same place where the guy got it out.
Jeez, like Lake Placid, man. That's crazy.
It is. They're insane.
So, well, good luck and be safe. So while Sam is dodging alligators, it'll just be the 3 of us, Corny and Andrew and myself, next 2 weeks. And Sam, you are dodging the bullet of the Fantastic Four. The 2000 and somethings Fantastic Four. I don't remember when that came out.
Or the old one.
Yes.
Oh.
You disappeared, man.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, Skype did a hiccup? Perfect. Skype hiccuped right when I told you guys what the movie we were doing. I guess I didn't want you guys to know that we're doing 2005's The Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay.
I was going to do it again. I was like,
All right, that one.
perfect.
So, yeah, 2005's The Fantastic Four, starring Captain America and a bunch of other people you don't know.
Hey, wasn't it Jessica Alba?
Yeah, she's in it. But she's really, really hot. But she actually is.
That was during the was it Deep Blue Sea or what was it she was in?
Yeah, I think it was or something like that. Yeah, I know, dude. I know.
Easy, boy.
I kind of want to watch, not in the theater, but I want to watch that Shallow Water movie just because Blake Lively spends the whole movie in a bikini, and I find her immensely attractive. Ryan Reynolds is a lucky man. That's all I'm gonna say. So
She's
yeah,
because he got to play Deadpool.
That's why. Fantastic. And he didn't get to. He hasn't had a career because of his acting. He says it in the movie. That's not me. Fantastic Four is next week. There you go. So look for that. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a good time with that.
Maybe we'll not read emails again next week.
Yeah,
that were sent.
Well, Sam, if you have any opportunity to watch that movie at all while you're on vacation, then send us your thoughts via the email, and we will read it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, if you have the
I'm
ability
going to tweet it to you.
That's allowed. We ain't gonna do it.
You can tweet
120 characters at a time.
That's fine. That's what you want to do. But we got some other good movies coming up too. Sahara, We Were Soldiers, and in July.
Oh, don't do Sahara without me.
Okay, then I'll switch that out with something else. Then. Damn it. While but in July, I think we're gonna do the people Mike and Alan who donated the $25
Big Mike
range to get on the show for our GoFundMe account. So that, of course, How did you do that? How do they do that? How are we having guests come on? That is the GoFundMe.com/cheapseatreviews. Donate $25.
We chloroform the hell out of them.
That's actually the biggest reason why. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/cheapseatreviews. Cheapseatreviews.com, of course, is our website. Follow us at CheapSeatCast, which is our Twitter account. I am at Sean J. Allred, at Saniji16, at Johnny Darko16, and at A. Jemison. It's the guys. 704-271-4290 is our phone number. If anyone would ever want to use that, that's fine. Sam, don't call right now. And again, of course, you can send your emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you, especially our international listeners. We have some international listeners. We'd love to hear from you guys.
I think we had an email from a possible.
No, we didn't. We had one from you. So on behalf of Sam, Corny, Chad, Andrew, this is Sean saying thanks for listening. Chad hasn't been on in 20 episodes, and I'm still giving him credit.
Mike.